This is Martin Sories. Welcome to the Basketball Society podcast. Make sure you are subscribed wherever you're listening from. And if you're on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment down below. I want to read you a tweet. And if you're on YouTube, I'm going to put the tweet up on the screen for you from my guy, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson. This is September 2018. From my source, LeBron, KD, and Kuzma were all together yesterday at a filming downtown LA. KD and LeBron's crew were there. KD will be a Laker next summer. Book it. This was going into LeBron's first season with the Lakers and what would be KD's last season with the Warriors. The Warriors were coming off of back-to-back titles. They ended up going back to the finals, the Warriors, but everyone got hurt. They lost to Kawhi and the Raptors in 2019, right? And then KD made his way to Brooklyn with Kyrie. LeBron, this was his first season with the Lakers, so he's with the young kids, Lonzo, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram. Then he goes into getting Anthony Davis the following year. He gets a ring out of that in the bubble, but since then, it's just been so downhill for LeBron and the Lakers. Kevin Durant ends up with Kyrie, and things have gone downhill in Brooklyn. At one point, they were looking promising. He had Kyrie and James Harden, but it's just bad now. The Ben Simmons experiment, he had James Harden, that turned into Ben Simmons. Like, that's not what he planned on. Where each of these guys are right now, Kevin Durant and LeBron James, granted, you couldn't have known all this stuff was going to go down, but it's like now KD and LeBron might have actually needed each other. Playing with Kevin Durant would give LeBron a chance to actually chill a little bit. That would actually take the load off LeBron. It would take a load off both of them. And hindsight is 2020, obviously. But when I just look at where LeBron and KD are right now, and I think about that tweet and the possibility of that happening at that time, people thought that Anthony Davis could be that person for LeBron that takes over the Lakers, that takes the mantle. It takes a certain kind of player to be able to actually do that. LeBron wanted DeMar DeRozan. He wanted Paul George. He wanted Kawhi Leonard at one point at the very beginning when he went to LA. Remember, LeBron is not shy about teaming up with people. But I think the one person that he really should have tried to team up with was Kevin Durant. There's probably reasons why it didn't seem right or feel right. Maybe it was too much. I don't know. But looking back now, that was probably going to be the best thing for each of them. Other teams are getting better. These young stars are rising up all over the place. I don't know if LeBron is in a place right now where he might still consider hitting up KD and seeing maybe, we're both in bad places right now. Should we link up somewhere else? I don't know. Again, I don't know if this would even be on the table, if they're even close enough for each of them to consider it. But I just think they really should have teamed up probably. So all KD is looking for is the IQ, the discipline, the structure, just the attention to basketball detail that he was able to experience with the Warriors. He wants to play good basketball. He was, yes, very spoiled in Golden State, but not just by the talent, but by the culture, by the basketball. So I'm sure KD felt like going with Kyrie was I know he loves to hoop no matter what. And he's won before too, just like me. And we both care about building this basketball culture over here. He couldn't have seen what was coming with Kyrie, obviously. But it goes without saying that LeBron James would have been the safest bet in terms of trying to team up with somebody. I thought that Anthony Davis was the perfect kind of player I wasn't really subscribing to the whole he's going to be the new leader of the Lakers. He's going to take over the franchise. I knew that was the expectation. I wasn't really looking that far ahead. I just knew that giving LeBron Anthony Davis when they did was going to turn into at least a finals appearance. I mean, I knew they would do something special if the two of them were to stay healthy. The bubble, they made it work in the bubble and they won, but the year after it was bad. They got bad quickly. I don't know if it would make sense or if it'll come up again. But things are so bad for Durant and LeBron, because this is where Kevin Durant and LeBron James are right now. And I can't fathom this for players of their caliber. You are literally playing on, and like when I was watching the game the other night, the Nets Lakers game, like I'm watching two teams, and obviously LeBron didn't play, he was out, but it's like these are two bad teams with two of the best players ever on them, and they're bad teams. Like they have losing records, and I couldn't help but address this because I don't think people weren't talking. Well, it was being talked about when Brandon tweeted this back in 2018, but I don't think it's been talked about enough since. I don't know if it could become a talking point or a potential reality, after this season or during this season. It just seems like the way the league is and the way things have gone for them, it really feels like that would have been the best move for KD and LeBron to team up when they had the chance. I'm Martin Sories. Thank you for listening to the Basketball Society podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening from and stay tapped in for more episodes.